Now we're going to take a look at problem set 45, which is all about percents. A percent is a part out of 100. So for example, if I have 27%, that is equal to the same as 27 over 100, which is equal to 0.27. So if we want to convert percentages, we put them into a fraction and we say the number out of 100, and then if we want to convert that to decimals, we drop that 100 and we just move this over 2 spots to the left. So that is how we can convert percent to decimal. So taking a look at some problems, here we go. These change to decimal notation. I have 83%. All I need to do is drop that percent sign and move my decimal over 2 spots, so I have 0.83. Here I want to drop the decimal sign, and what's right here, I'm going to move that decimal over 2 places, so it's 0.035. 124%, I drop the percent sign, I move my decimal over 2 spots to the left, and I have 1.24. Now sometimes we might want to change to a fraction that is fully reduced. So let's see how we go about doing that. I have 80%. 80% is the same as saying 80 out of 100. Well, if I take 80 out of 100, that's the same as saying 10 times 8 or 10 times 10. And if I break that down into the prime factors, it's 5 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 over 5 times 2 times 5 times 2. I can cancel out the 5s, can cancel out the 2s, can cancel out the 2s because those factor out to 1. I'm left with 2 times 2, which is 4 over 5. Here's another example, 2.4%. That's the same as 2.4 over 100. Well, if I don't want to have that percent right there, that decimal right there, I can move that decimal spot over here, 1. But if I move the top 1, I need to move the bottom over 1 also. So my 2.4 can become 24, but then my 100 needs to become 1,000. These are equivalent fractions. So now I'm going to break this down into its product of primes, and 24 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, and 1,000 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 times 5. Cancel out factors that are 1, and I am left with 3 over 125. Now if I want to look at converting a decimal to a percent, what we do is we move our decimal spot 2 places to the right. So for example, we're just going to kind of undo what we were doing. So if I have 0.38, I want to turn that into a percent. My decimal was here. I'm going to move it to the right 2 places. I get 38, drop the decimal, add a percent sign. 3.05, move the decimal 2 places to the right, so I get 305, drop the decimal, add the percent sign. Now finally, if I want to convert fractions to percent, you're going to write your fraction as a decimal, and then you will move it 2 places to the right. So for example, if I have 7 out of 20, that is equal to, well, 20 goes into 7, it doesn't. So I'm going to need to put a 0.0 here. And when I do that, I say now 20 goes into 70 3 times, but I need to make sure I put that decimal, keep it lined up. So 3 times 20 gives me 60. I subtract, and 7 minus 6 is 1, and there's a 0, so I have 10. I'm going to put a 0 here and go ahead and drop it down. So I have 100, and 20 goes into 100 5 times. 5 times 20 is 100, so when I subtract those I get 0. So when I divide 20 into 7, I'm left with 0.35. But I wanted the percent, so I'm going to move that 2 places to the right and add a percent sign.